Hey girlfriends, I'm Meech. Welcome back to my channel. So this is my updated supernatural wig install video. I'm going to start off with a wig that has already been plucked and that has already been bleached as far as the knots are concerned. So make sure you do that because that's super important. I'm going to go in with my mousse now, and I am going to just put that right across the hairline. Now I'm going to go ahead and smooth that in, and the mousse, what I find is that it kind of molds the hair once I blow dry it and I go in with my hot comb, and it's going to keep it in place and give me kind of like a base to really work with, so I don't have to deal with flyaways or anything. And I'm just going to go ahead and comb that mousse in all to the back because this is how I'm styling my hair. Now if you're going to use a part, then you can go ahead and part your hair now, or you can just do it like this. Whatever works best for you, then that's the way that you should do it. Next, I'm just going to go in with my blow dryer, and I'm just going to, again, blow dry that all to the back because this is the way that I'm styling my hair. So it just makes it easier for me to just go ahead and blow dry it the way that I'm going to style it. So if I was going to wear a middle part, then I would part it down the middle and I would just start blow drying it that way. But for this video, I'm just going to wear a no part. And next, I'm going to go in with my wax stick, and you don't have to use a wax stick if you don't want to, but I find that this helps me to get my wig super sleek, especially prior to hot combing. So once I get that hot comb on there, you guys will see how this really starts to sleek out a whole bunch, and it's just really helpful in, again, keeping those flyaways down and to make it look really flat. This is how I make my wigs look really flat, you guys. I get asked that all the time. I just go in with the wax stick and my hot comb. Okay, so we're all braided down. I don't ever really do mine super small. I know a lot of people do, but as long as my wig is gonna be flat, I'm cool with that. I'm gonna be using this Gorilla Snot, and this is just gonna go on my edges. Just gonna push all this back. I'm gonna go ahead and clean my hairline, and for that I'm just using this alcohol. Usually I use like a cotton ball or something, but I'm out right now, so I'm gonna just use this paper towel. I'm gonna go ahead and put my ball cap on. It's super important that you put this in front of your hairline and not on your hairline. So I'm just gonna, this is the usual, cut my ear tabs out. You want to be careful. Black Rose Stuck On You lace glue. This is from my hairline. If you're interested in trying this, let me know. It's sweat proof, waterproof, all that, okay? And it really works. It's really thebomb.com, and I'll actually link this in the description box below. All I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna trace my hairline, but I'm gonna do this in front of my hairline, okay? Y'all see? Just do way in front. Like y'all see my hairline's back here, I'm gonna do it in front, and I'm gonna just put a thin strip, okay? I'm not gonna use a lot. And you see these runs right here, that's okay. It don't really matter. Nobody's gonna see that once you get the wig on. All of this is clear, it's dry. As y'all can see, it's in front of my hairline. I'm just gonna take some very sharp shears and I'm going to cut this off. And you want to cut it as close as you possibly can, but just don't cut yourself, okay? Just be careful not to cut yourself, girl. So you just cut it as close as you can. Just be careful. Okay, and now we're gonna do this side. But why am I looking like Jody from Baby Boy right now? Okay, what's up, Tyrese? Looking like Lil Bill. Looking like Lil Bill, girl. Okay, y'all, so my cap is almost the same complexion as my skin. It's a little bit lighter, which a scalp typically is, but I'm going to make just like around this perimeter part the same color as my skin tone, so that when I put my wig on it just blends seamlessly. Okay, so I'm going to use this Anastasia Beverly Hills contour cream kit. I've been using this forever, even in all my old videos. This is a staple for me, as y'all can see. And I'm gonna just go in with this shade right here, Espresso. Okay, put that right on the edges. Now I'm gonna grab that wig, and as you guys seen, it's already been plugged. I've already showed you guys how to go in and hot comb it. I'm just gonna go in right now and I'm going to apply this same shade to the wig. Lord, if I find favor in your sight. I don't know the words, y'all. Lord, please. Yes, Jesus. Hallelujah. Now that I have put that makeup on my lace, I'm going to go in with a little bit of hairspray. Use whatever you want. You can use free spray, Spriggs hairspray, whatever you want to use, girl. And I'm just going to spray it on that lace to kind of create a barrier between that makeup and once I go ahead and apply the wig. And the reason that I do that is because I find that the oils from the makeup tend to kind of loosen up the wig quicker, versus if you create that barrier, it's gonna last you. Okay, you want to make sure when you're applying the makeup or whatever, the tint, whatever, to the lace, that you are actually getting, this is the most important, like around this hairline area, that's the most important part. And I find that like once you get the makeup on that part, that's kind of reduces that halo effect. Y'all know what I'm talking about. And this wig is actually from my store, Black Rose Hair. And this is a wig that I've already installed, so that's why we've already got our lace cut. This like up here and on this side, we need to take a little bit of this lace off. And usually I would do that once I get it on, but for the purpose of this video, I'm gonna actually do that beforehand because I'm not in the mirror. I'm looking at my camera. I'm going to use this eyebrow razor. I'm just going to razor the excess lace off, but I'm gonna cut it jagged. I'm not gonna cut it straight across. And if it's easier for you to use scissors, you can use scissors as well. Just again, just cut like zigzag. Okay, so we got that cut. As you guys can see, it's not straight across, it's still zigzag or whatever. Now I'm just going to roll this back like so, and I'm going to apply my glue. And again, I'm going to make sure that I just apply it a little bit where this cap is, not too far forward because I don't want the wig on my hairline, on my eyebrow. Now I'm just going to take the back of this baby hair comb brush thing and just smooth that out. And again, this stuff dries super quick, so I'm just gonna smooth that out. You don't want any clumps or chunks. Okay, so this is already drying clear. Look how quick that is. It dries so fast, and it's got a super strong hold, and you don't have to do like 3 to 5 layers. I've kind of figured that with my glue that less is more. It's like you could do 1, 2 to 3 layers and it'll last you and it's good to go. It's better to not use enough glue and then go back and add more than to use way too much and you like, okay, now I got glue hanging out all over the place. How do I remove this? How do I fix this? So just keep that in mind when you're doing your installs, y'all. Okay, so now we're gonna go ahead and start laying our wig down. So I am going to just take this front part, and I'm gonna come a little closer, y'all, because I'm not in the mirror. I'm using this as like my guide. And I'm gonna start in this middle, and I'm just going to lay it down, okay? So you see how like there's no glue right here? We can always just go back and add, okay? That's not a problem. It's easier to add than to take away. And I'm just gonna to do the same thing on this side. Just pull it up. As far as like these like little spots right here, one thing I like to do is I just like to add a little bit of glue to the back of my hand, right? Just a little bit. I like to take a rat tail comb. I'm just gonna take this and smooth it out right where that lace is lifting. I'm gonna do that all across the front. I feel like I'm all up in y'all grill right now, like, and I find that this gives me a lot more control to do it this way and place it exactly where I need to place it with exactly as much as I need to use versus trying to squeeze it out the bottle, like, and just hoping that I don't squeeze too much. So now I'm gonna go back here and just add a little bit more. I'm gonna use the back of this to lay that down. Ooh, ooh, oh. Lay that down. Oh, oh. And we haven't even melted this yet, y'all. Like, even melted this yet. So now that we got our wig on, as y'all can see, I'll come closer. Now I'm just gonna go in with that same Anastasia Beverly Hills contour cream kit. That's a whole mouthful. I'm gonna go in with that same Anastasia Beverly Hills contour cream kit. Why am I so corny? And I'm gonna just apply that on the top to blend that out. Anything, you know, any discoloration that we got going on. And you don't need a lot, y'all. This stuff, what do I be saying all the time? This stuff is buildable, okay? You don't need a lot. So use a little bit, check it out, see how you looking. Go in, use a little bit more, check it out, see how you looking. I have been doing a no part a lot lately, so I'm actually gonna go ahead and keep doing that. And basically what I mean by no part is just kind of like, you know, a little flip over situation with some like little curls or something. Yeah, that's what I've been doing lately. So I'm gonna stick to that hairstyle. I'm gonna melt my lace too, okay? You still gotta melt the lace, I almost forgot. I would say like one of the most important parts to having a pretty much flawless like hairline is the plucking. You can use a few products to make it look like really extremely sleek. One, you can use a wax stick, which you guys see me use on the mannequin. I love the wax stick because it gives that shine to it. The only downside to using a wax stick is if you use too much, you will get kind of like greasy, like heavy hair. So you have to be mindful when using the wax stick to not overdo it. The next thing you can always use is hairspray. I love hairspray because, again, it gives a shine, it gives really sleek, and the hair stays in place. I always do this when I do like half up, half down frontal installs, like ponytails and stuff like that. And it doesn't have to be a specific hairspray. The only downside to hairspray, again, if you overdo it, it will leave a white residue when you go and you use your hot comb. So you have to kind of take it easy, which regardless of whatever products you use. But for the purpose of this video and the things that I like, because I've already used the wax stick, I'm actually gonna go in with a little bit of hairspray. Ooh, y'all. And I'm just gonna use a little bit. I'm not gonna go crazy. I'm gonna let that dry a little bit because when you put that hot comb on that hairspray and it get the sizzling, boy, if you don't get PTSD like when we was kids, them hot combs on the stove wasn't no joke. This is how we're looking right now. And this is before I even put the hot comb on it, now that it's on my head. So I got my hot comb, and I'm just gonna, ooh, y'all hear that snap, crackle, pop, y'all? Jesus. And like I said, for the purpose, y'all see how that is, how that's laying now? And that's just after a little bit of hairspray, literally. As far as baby hairs are concerned, I think I must stick to like a super natural baby hair. Okay, let me put this back on, and then I'm gonna style my hair, and I'm gonna take it off once I'm finished styling. I just finished curling my hair. I just used my flat iron. I'm just gonna go ahead and take this off, and I'm going to just go through my curls, because I just like how the no part has been looking lately. It's just no part wig install has been giving, okay? And yeah, y'all, again, this hair is from my hair store, blackrosehair.com. I'll make sure that I link it in the description box below. Oh, let me show y'all how our hair turned out. Okay, you guys, so this is the final look, how my frontal wig install turned out. This is like my updated version. If you guys have any questions or need me to explain something further in detail, just ask in the comments below, and I will make sure that I respond back to you. I love you guys so very much, and God willing, I will see y'all in the next video. Do not forget to like, comment, and subscribe.